What's up? What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? How's everybody doing? Where are we tuning in from? Hurry up. Join the cipher. I don't know what's going on with my YouTube channel, but if we live on YouTube, somebody please let me know. Please let me know if we live on YouTube. So, y'all, let's get this thing started, y'all. Welcome to the Sabir Bey show. It may get touchy, it may get funny, but I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. And trust me, on no other platforms, if I'm wrong, please correct me. You ain't gonna get this type of edutainment. So remove your feelings, get out your feelings, strap in, jump on, and let's have some fun with the Sabir Bey show, baby. It's a lot of stuff be happening every day. So let's go. Let's have some fun, baby. Come on, y'all. Let's share this out. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. And please subscribe to Sabir Bey.
You hop out on what you know. This is the Sabir Bey show. When you hit the something, you hop out on what you know. This is the Sabir Bey show. Thank you for coming to get this Moorish knowledge. Now let's break it down. Before the channel, for the fame, before the game, we was drumming in the circle, calling ancestors' name. Bronx fire spark, Zulu Nation lit the torch. Africa, Bambada brought the knowledge to the porch. Cool hurt with the brakes, cutting vinyl in the park. MCs grabbed the mic, words shining through the dark. Graffiti on the walls, they was telling our pain. B-boys spinning knowledge in the wind and the rain. But what's the root? It's the Moors with the science. Carry rhythm from Andalus. Truth over defiance. Sabir bringing facts the textbooks won't show. We reclaiming our story so the people all know. No knowledge, culture, power, hip hop. Call it hip culture, power, hip hop. From the block to the globe, yo, we're never gonna stop. Fifth element, the truth we reveal. When the culture is alive, every cipher is real. Fifth element, the truth we reveal. Knowledge, peace, understand. Hip-hop ain't just beats and rhymes. It's knowledge, culture, and history. The Moors laid the foundation. You see it in the language. You hear it in the rhythm. You feel it in the spirit. Yo, Sabir drop jewels. I carry them in my chest like the fez on my head. I'm adorned with the best. Not just rap, it's the element of mine. Fifth wisdom in the cipher where the planets align. From Morocco to Medina, through the ships to the shore. We transform depression into art and much more. Don't reduce it to a chain or a check from a label. This is culture, resurrected straight from the cradle. No knowledge, culture, power, hip hop, over hip culture, power, hip hop. From the block to the globe, yo, we're never gonna stop. Fifth element, the truth we reveal. When the culture is alive, every cipher is real. Fifth element, the truth we reveal. They want the bling and the trap, but the roots they erase. I spit bars like hieroglyphs, carved in the base. We the children of the Moors, mathematics in the sound. Every beat, every rhyme, got our science all around. So when you nod to the boom bap, remember it's deep. It's the language of the people from the corners of the street. This is Sabir Bey, show what the textbooks lack. Knowledge itself, now bring the culture back. No knowledge, culture, power, hip hop. Culture, power, hip hop. When you hit the something, you hop out on what you know. This is the Sabir.
Come on, y'all. Let's go. Let's get this like this. Let's go.
Stay lit to stay in tune with the roots. Stay tuned, stay lit to stay in tune with the roots. This is the Sabir.
Shout out to my man DJ Derek, man. Come on, y'all. Let's smash the like button. I told y'all this is a very hard job to do. It is very, very hard, man. So please, if you love this show, please support it. Y'all be wanting people to go out on a limb, and then when something happens to the person, y'all got nothing to say. Everybody's quiet. That's a lot of stuff I can share with y'all, but I don't think none of y'all really have my back. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I don't think a lot of y'all really would have my back. You can talk about it, sounds good, but I'm keeping it a buck. Y'all wouldn't. So come on, y'all, let's go. Let's share this out because I do have to go take my daughter out. So if you love the show, please support the show, share the show. Let's go.
Slavery, that is not our culture. Slavery, erase what they torture. Never can your history begin when they telling you Jamestown, Virginia, this is what they telling you. 1619 white people are telling you the only thing you did was increase their revenues. These are all lies. You gotta remember you. Get yourself a pen and pad. Write down what I'm telling you. First, you're not a sinner. Really, you're a winner. But a racist only sees you serving them dinner. So they try to make your huge history thinner. Starting your history in Jamestown, Virginia, 1619, and calling you nigger. Them Dutch masters, that's why I don't smoke their cigars. But the devil's a fibber in 1619.
So let me ask y'all a question. How many of y'all smoking Dutch cigars when the Dutch been smoking niggas since 1492? Oh, the Dutch been smoking niggas since 1492, but you ain't smoking a Cuban cigar. You're smoking a Dutch cigar. Let's keep it a buck.
In Jamestown, Virginia, 1619, and calling you nigger. The Dutch masters, that's why I don't smoke their cigars. But the devil's a fibber. In 1619, there was no slavery in Jamestown, Virginia. For one, Virginia wouldn't give statutory recognition of slavery to 1661. So slavery, that is not our culture. Slavery, erase what they torture. Slavery, that is not our culture. Slavery, erase what they torture. Word, tell me this. How can the first Africans be slaves in Virginia when slavery didn't exist? The long answer, you can say. The short answer is, this is how they want us all to behave. Like slaves in caves, killing each other. Homicide for the sister, suicide for the brother. But the real black history is a history you can feel. Black history includes the making of the wheel. Black history begins agriculture, which begins Egyptian, Greek, and Roman culture. We were known for sculpture. Don't tell me about slaves or Slavs. Eastern Europeans looking for jobs. They were caught by the Vikings and worked for free, then sold to any buyer off the Caspian Sea. So don't tell me about slavery and try to diminish. Let's talk about Nanny Maroon beating the British. So slavery, that is not our culture. Slavery, erase what they torture. Slavery, that is not our culture. Slavery, erase what they torture. Listen, every time they talking about black history, we gotta start with some slaves living in black misery. This is not our history, but some of us don't know yet. They don't know about the Kushites, ain't heard about the Olmecs. Every time they talking about black history, we gotta start with some slaves living in black misery. This is not our history, but some of us don't know yet. They don't know about the Kushites, ain't heard about the Olmecs. Every time they talking about black history, we gotta start with some slaves living in black misery. This is not our history, but some of us don't know yet. They don't know about the Kushites, ain't heard about the Olmecs. Our true history has not even been told yet. It's that knowledge of yourself you need to go get. Black history begins the whole human family. The black queen mother gave birth to all humanity. This is the first God. This is where you come from. But now that you've been educated, this is who you run from. Yo, the Irish were slaves. The English were slaves. The Russians, Hungarians are... This is the first God. This is where you come from. But now that you've been educated, this is who you run from. Yo, the Irish were slaves. The English were slaves. The Russians, Hungarians, Armenians were slaves. The Greeks, the Italians, the Polish were slaves. Native America and India was enslaved. So how does slavery only apply to the African? This is what they want you to be.
Let's bring it more again. Come on. The link is up.
Slavery, that is not our culture. Slavery, erase what they torture. Listen, every time they talking about black history, we gotta start with some slaves living in black misery. This is not our history, but some of us don't know yet. They don't know about the Kushites, ain't heard about the Olmecs. Our true history has not even been told yet. It's that knowledge of yourself you need to go get. Black history begins the whole human family. The black queen mother gave birth to all humanity. This is the first God. This is where you come from. But now that you've been educated, this is who you run from. Yo, the Irish were slaves. The English were slaves. The Russians, Hungarians, Armenians were slaves. The Greeks, the Italians, the Polish were slaves. Native America and India was enslaved. So how does slavery only apply to the African? This is what they want you to be. Just bring it back again. Slavery, slavery. That is not our culture. Slavery, slavery. Erase what they torture. Slavery, slavery. That is not our culture. Slavery, slavery. Erase what they torture.
Well, that was KRS-One for y'all that didn't know. So let me explain this to y'all. The first slaves in the United States were Europeans. Those were the first slaves. So y'all can hit the link and come on the feed and talk to me for a minute. When you can make a person feel inferior, you can manipulate them. And that's all you got to do, because we so oppressed, act like we so oppressed. That's all you got to do is get one person, or one black person who's educated, and pay that one person to influence the masses of the people. Now, if I'm wrong, y'all can come correct me. Now, I can sit on this feed and call a lot of these conscious people out that y'all watch, like Boyce Watkins and people like that, and you know those types of people. I can call them out, but I won't be on their shows, even though they don't want to invite me on their shows anyway. Even Brother Rich, you get mad too. Brother Rich is one; he's part of that party too. Brother Rich don't want to have me on his shows, and the only reason, well, you're Sabir, you was on his show before, only because of my brother King Simon. Only because of my brother King Simon that I was on his show. So it's so much that is going on, people. It is a lot that's going on. And again, I don't want to keep it make it saying excuse my Philly attitude, but it's a Philly attitude thing. It's real. I've been telling y'all all of these things for years, but you don't want to hear it from me because you think it's about ego and it's about all these other things, but it's true. The reason why I don't say a lot of things is because I don't think y'all will have my back. I know you won't. Sound good, but you really wouldn't. It's a lot of things I can talk about and a lot of things I connect the dots with. I really can. So let me help y'all out. I'm going to read something from a sister that I'm cool with. She sent me something early today and she asked me this question. I'm going to read this to you. I'm not going to put her name up here or anything, but she's probably watching this video, but I want to show you how this works. She asked me, so do you believe I can let y'all see it real fast like that, so y'all can see what I'm reading, like a teleprompt, nigga. That's me in the green. Oh, so you believe that we are all brought to America on slave ships? That's the question. See, I know it's a lot of misinformation floating around, right? I said, yes, some were. That's facts. Some were brought here on slave ships, but y'all don't want real history. I'm just trying to understand your angle of the things that you teach. Kind of crazy, ain't it? I'm trying to figure out your angle on what you teach. Let me help her out. I teach on the all right angles. All angles. 45-degree angles. 45-degree angles. I don't take nobody's side on no level of this. No one side. So, to answer the question publicly, if you was a good person, a real thorough person that know how to interview somebody, you can ask those questions. So, if you was a person that had the heart, because what people do is y'all hide behind social media. I don't hide behind, so I can't hide nowhere. So if you really want to stop something, then don't go to the white man's job. If you really want to go to war, because I'm gonna tell you something, we're going to have to start depending on each other. That's why I put neighborhood up here instead of communities. There's a difference between a neighborhood and a community. A neighborhood and a community is two different things. So she asked me this question. This is the funniest thing ever. So come on the feed, y'all. Tell me what y'all thoughts are. Am I wrong? Come on, y'all. You ain't got to type back and forth. April, come on the feed. If you at the job, listen, let them hear in this barbershop in Chi-Town. I'm trying to get back to the Chicago. You already know how we roll. If I'm in Chicago, I'm going to take y'all to places and record those things live and build with you. Because I don't say a lot of things anymore because honestly, y'all don't have my back. Trust me, you too scared, nigga. Oh, so you believe that we were all brought to America on slave ships? And I said, yes, some of them. There's many other things that's important, people. It's a lot of other things that's very important that we need to be dealing with. So we weren't the only ones that were slaves. I'm going to read something to y'all in a minute. So how far you want to dig into slavery? How far we want to go? If I'm sitting on this feed every day and I'm giving you the information, and then you turn the channel and watch somebody else's channel, and I'm gonna be real with you. I'm tired, bro. Listen, I'm gonna keep it real. Cause I say some names, I'm to the point. I'm good. If I'm wrong, you can bring all those people I'm going to name. Okay, Brother Rich, 19 Keys, the Ben X's, the Roland Martins, the Boyce Watkins, the Brother Rich. Did I say Rich? These people that y'all watch every day, the Sinetta team. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Think about it for a minute. If you pay attention, they don't touch certain subjects. They don't touch certain subjects. Believe me. And then they will get mad at Sabir. I don't hate none of those brothers that I just mentioned. I just know how this go. And shout out to my brother Amadeus Christ. He said he's tired of doing these conscious videos. So just bear with me. We did a documentary. And if I'm wrong, please come on the feed. Send this out to anybody. Should I run their names back down? Can we run the names back down so y'all can share it to them? And they all can come to the cipher. And honestly, and I'm going to say this to you, my brother King Simon, because I did send this to you. You know better than this too, bro. If you got an issue, anybody got an issue with me, you can call me on my phone. You can DM me. You can email me. You can do all those pretty things if you wanted to. It's very easy. You can air my ass out and come on the feed live. So if you're not here for truth, then keep it pushing. If you don't like it, keep it pushing. I love them. I told you I don't have no issue with none of my brothers, but I want y'all to understand this.
Why is it that the topic of nationality seems to be a forbidden fruit within the Black conscious community? A topic so fundamental yet so conspicuously absent from the dialogues of foundational Black Americans, Pan-Africans, Cometians, and others. Why is it that these thought leaders, these influencers, these voices of enlightenment avoid speaking on the topic of nationality? One might wonder if there is a conscious effort to keep this topic under wraps. Is there a hidden agenda at play here? Could it be that the silence around nationality is not merely an oversight, but a deliberate act? In the vast world of the Black conscious community, discussions range from historical achievements to current social issues, from cultural identity to spiritual awakening. Yet when it comes to nationality, a defining aspect of our identity, there is a deafening silence. Could it be possible that these voices we look up to are being incentivized to keep the topic of nationality off their platforms? It's a thought that might seem far-fetched, yet it's not entirely outside the realm of possibility. After all, we live in a world where money often dictates the narrative. Could it be that discussing nationality would affect their paychecks, disturb their revenue streams, or upset their financial apple carts? Maybe, just maybe, there is a fear that broaching the topic of nationality would open a Pandora's box of legal implications and questions about status. Perhaps it's easier to stick to the same narrative to avoid rocking the boat too much. After all, it's much safer to tell than to show, to speak than to delve into the intricacies of law or status. It's a curious thing to ponder, isn't it? The lack of discussion around nationality within the Black conscious community. A community that prides itself on promoting awareness, knowledge, and truth, yet seems to shy away from one of the most defining aspects of our identities. And so, it begs the question, isn't it time for them to come clean with their audience? Isn't it time for these voices to break the silence, to address the elephant in the room, to start a conversation around nationality? The next time you find yourself on their feed, scrolling through their content, listening to their words, challenge them. Ask them why they skip over this all-important topic. Ask them why they choose to silence the discussion around nationality. In a world where knowledge is power, it's time to question the silence. It's time to demand answers. It's time to break the silence on nationality within the Black conscious community. Because if not now, then when? And if not us, then who?
Now let's see how many people will actually share this video out. Let's see. You know why? Because a lot of these so-called conscious people that I just mentioned are hypocrites, bruh. You think you know everything. No, I don't know nothing. Sabir, knows nothing. So I know this. You can pick up 100 amazing facts about the Negro, and you can read on page 1964. I'll read it to y'all, okay? Let's read. The first slaves held in the United States were not black. They were white. Europeans. They were Europeans. 66, right here. I usually post it up on the feed. In 1670, Virginia passed a law forbidding Negroes from buying white people. Wouldn't they be enslaved at that time? In 1670, Virginia passed a law forbidding Negroes from buying white people. Did y'all know that? Did they teach this in school? This was 51 years after the Negro had arrived in chains. Are y'all being taught that in school? Right? After the Negro had arrived in chains, the same law was repeated in 1748. 1748. You can go Google your fingers, right, and look it up. Was repeated in 1748. Free Negroes, I thought they were all slaves, bought white people in such numbers in Louisiana that the state made a similar law in 1818. Get J.A. Rogers' book. This is not being taught in school. They will never teach about their enslavement. If you study the word slave, it means Slavic. Slavic. That's what it means. Okay? So, I don't think you're being taught that in school, nor do the black conscious people want to teach this. You know why? Because they love playing the victim. So, shout out to my brother Chris and I. We were just talking today. And my brother's really getting fed up with the whole conscious community thing. But we just finished up Heavy is the Crown 2. If y'all don't know what that is, I'm going to help y'all out, okay? This is the first one. This is the first one. Okay, that's the first one. This is Out of Darkness, which I produced. Pan-African Film Festival also. So y'all going to see this around about November the 11th. I'm going to show y'all, okay? November the 11th. So he had to get it right for Apple TV and Amazon, I think it was. It's going to be on Apple, and the new one. It's going to be on Apple and Amazon. So I don't know if y'all familiar with this. He had to get this the color together for it, and I think it cost him, he said about $3 grand, $4 grand, about $4 grand to get this color thing together for dealing with it. Yes, crazy, right? So he had to get the color together, and every time he submitted it, he said he actually had to keep paying $1,000 to it. $1,000. So Heavy is I'm gonna show you what it looks like, okay? So this is where I'm at right now. So everybody keep asking, what's the point? Why do I teach? Why do I do this? I'm getting tired because there is no support in teaching the truth. So shout out to my brother Amadeus Christ. I'm gonna play the trailer for y'all. So it's going to be November the 11th. It's going to be on all the platforms. So I'm gonna show y'all that, okay? Title of book before DVD. Oh, what book you talking about? Oh, 100 Amazing Facts About the Negro. Make sure you get J.A. Rogers' version. J.A. Rogers. Get J.A. Rogers' book, not Henry Louis Gates. You got it? Somebody asked me for it on what you call them. You got it? All right. So let me show you the video. The trailer of Heavy is the Crown.
Which is
New Doc, November 11th is going to be on Apple TV.
spirituality.
Amazon.
That's a relationship between you and divinity, you and that which is divine. you and that which is responsible for all creation. Religion means to bind, to hold, to control.
Religions have been used as the primary agent of dominance and control of African peoples.
If you control the mind or the thinking of any person, you control their reality.
Religion only means to realign. Re means to go back to align yourself, because everything was God.
Spirituality is I'm embracing the universe. It's based upon knowledge, wisdom.
Western religions is an Western interpretation of an African theology and cosmology that has existed for thousands of years.
We are not looking at the world through our ancestors' eyes. We are impacted by concepts of a white creator God that created all things, and particularly a male God.
The children of Africa that left out of Africa, they begin to have a struggle with the feminine and the masculine as oppositional energies, and really wanted the masculine to be primary.
It was principally men who crafted this notion of the divine in masculine terms and left out the women.
It is without doubt that the ancient cultures of the world were matriarchies, not patriarchy.
And so there were images of this black mother and child that were regarded as the black Madonna and child.
They understand that their version of the Madonna child is simply their rendition of an archetype. And that archetype is black.
The woman was revered as a creator.
God creates. A woman creates. So maybe the true gods on this earth is women. And we as men will sit here to protect God while she creates.
This Crown, baby, it's going to be lit. Try to tell you, it's volume 2. I only got a couple of volume 1. If y'all want to get it, holla at your boy. You can pre-order it too.
All suits are $49 to $99. End of season sale is here. 3-piece suits $89. 2-piece $49. Hundreds of styles. New season.
I hope y'all enjoyed that. Okay. So I'm just trying to share with y'all where I'm going at with all of this now, because honestly, dealing with conscious stuff or waking people up, it don't pay. Y'all don't support nothing. But I do have a couple of copies of the first one. And if you go to my IMDb, you will actually see I produce. Oh, I got 3 of them. Damn. I got 3 of them. But I'm going to share something else with y'all. Everybody's always asking me these questions. But when the real people put the work in, Chris paid $4,000. It was $1,000 per, because he had to make sure the color, and they kept sending it back. And they told him, no, you got to do it again. No, you got to do it, because it has to be a certain way on TV. So y'all listen, it's going to be lit. Just bear with me. This is why I said I ain't got time for all the other craziness. You can keep it. Keep them dudes on them shows. If y'all want to talk about the Moors, holla at your boy. And I'm not from a Moorish Science Temple of America. Let me just show y'all a little bit more before we get into these subjects. We did a shot. We shot some stuff. How many of y'all know where Montserrat is at? How many of y'all know where Montserrat is at? We shot up here too. I bought this when I was there in Spain. The Black Madonna is here. Montserrat. We did some filming while we was there too. Yeah, we did a lot of filming. But y'all think it's free. No, it's not free. So we did some filming in Montserrat, waiting for that. It's going to be another part of Heavy is the Crown after we finish. And when we finish doing what we're doing, but we're not getting $50,000, $100,000 for none of this people. We literally are coming out our pocket, big. And we are literally, and we be getting fucking broke, nigga. So let me show you how good we are. Just bear with me. This is us in Spain too. Okay, so before we get into this, I need y'all to understand the work that goes into this. This is us also in Spain. So it's a whole lot more to this. This is 23 minutes. We can put this on TV and let this thing roll out. We watch, and when people see this, I tell you, and you got to get Madi. You got to get him on the history as far as what he's going to explain to you, man. Just sit down, man. It's going to be dope as hell. We out here in Seville, man. First time this is happening in Seville, Spain. This is my brother Amadeus Christ 2, Building 7. I brought him to Spain. He started filming, and the people that's behind y'all see sitting down, the sister, they was like, yo, what are y'all doing? Oh, we were filming, brother. This is in Spain. Hey, the Moors are coming back, baby. We're coming back. We're taking it back. What up? This is Seville. Come on, man. I want y'all how to take it back. I don't have no guns to fight. That's the archives. The tour guide, so that's who I was talking to in the store. So she said, oh no, somebody in the crowd asked what about the Moors? That's what they asked her, what about the Moors, right? And she said, oh, they were Arabs. That's what she said. And I said, no, Arab just means a person that speaks Arabic, right? So that's what she said. And then we started talking about the Moors. I said, I'm a Moor. She said, shh, don't say that. That's just how she did it. That's just how she did it. She said, oh, don't say that. I said, I'm a Moor. I told him I'm a Moor.
They try to erase every Moor. Like whatever Moor did, they're trying to erase that and they're trying to make it there. We did that. But everybody knows, like, you know, because it's still here. Like you say, when you see the architecture, that's us. That's Moor's architecture.
It's Moor's architecture. And that's why I see these arguments amongst our people, man, in the States, it's insane, man. I'm like, you have no idea about history, man. Y'all don't know what happened in Spain. Everything kicked off right here in Spain when the Moors fell. Everything started right here in Spain.
The New World, everything, like Christopher Columbus, what do you call it? The three, and the what were there?
Isabella and
okay, so all the three, they sailed from him?
Yeah, they did.
So you know, we all know Christopher Columbus went to but where he started from, where he sailed from here. You know what I mean? The story goes like he came, he told them, that's the proof that we went there before Christopher Columbus. Because the whole reason for Christopher Columbus is he came to Isabella here in Seville. He came to Isabella Ferdinand and he told them that I heard there is gold over on the New World. There is a whole New World over there and I heard there is gold. Where he heard that from? Like where he heard that from? It means Moors, because the Moors, they were sailors. So he heard like there is rumors or whatever. Let me find out. So he asked Isabella and Ferdinand, can you like finance me to build 3 boats?
Monday.com, the opposite of any work platform we tried in the past.
Come on, baby.
We tried other work management platforms, not naming names. They all suck. Monday?
And now he's just gonna go see the world. I promise you, if I find gold, I'll bring it back to you. And that's exactly what happened. They supplied him, they give him the boats. He found the New World. So when he found the New World, you know what they found there? Like the Aztec, the Maya and stuff. The Maya, like their houses, the walls made of
record. Those pictures are in the archives where I was at in Seville.
Gold, like because they don't know the value of the gold over there. The New World, they don't know. The gold is abundant, so they don't know the value. It's not shiny. They just make walls. They make everything with gold. They're like all this magnificent thing. So they try to trade. Okay, I'll give you something that you don't know, because they brought like horses. They never seen horses here before. They never saw horses. So the first horse they saw is the Arabic horse. Like, the horse, like the Moorish horse. Yeah, that's the first horse that here, in America, they never seen a horse before. That's why they were like, oh, you know what I mean? They never seen. And they don't have the bronze. You know what I mean? So all the gears, the metal gears and stuff, they were like these aliens or something. You know what I mean? So they didn't put up a fight. They give them the gold, whatever gold available. And then, enough gold, we want more gold. So when Christopher Columbus came back here, and the rumor spread that there is gold in the world, everybody wants to go. And that's why you see Cortez and this, like you see, like all the Spanish, whatever, they all came after, they all went there after Christopher Columbus. Like 10 years later, 5 years, and they stripped all the gold from the New World, and they brought it back here. Now you see all the gold in the churches here. Inside there is an altar. When you guys go tomorrow, you'll see it. You'll be like, wow. Like today, I was like, wow.
I seen it.
At least, no exaggeration, guys. No, 4 stories. From there to that, all gold, solid gold. The story of Jesus, like all depiction of story of Jesus. No exaggeration. You're gonna go there. This is like the biggest cathedral in the world. That's the one right there. It's full of gold, and everywhere in Cordoba. If you want to Mosquito in Cordoba, you see how that gold, all that, the Maya, the Aztec, the whatever, they took all the gold and they brought it here to Isabel and Ferdinand, and that's why became the great empire, the Spanish Empire, great because the gold. They're rich now. You know what I mean? So they own the world for whatever the next 500 years.
Brother was from Senegal. He started telling me, he stopped talking to this European, and he said, I want to show you something because I brought up the Moors. And then he took me right here in the center of the city, said, this is where the spot where they started cutting the heads of the Moors off right here. This was one of the breaking points. When you see those statues, there's 2 city halls in Seville, 2 city halls. So there's a certain spot in the center. There's a guy from Senegal. I was by myself at the time. And the guy was talking to a European, and the dude was from Long Beach, I think it was, and he moved to Spain. And as he's talking to me, he stopped talking to the European, the white guy. And he said, oh, let me show you something. Because he was telling the dude who built, let me show you what I'm talking about. He was telling the guy who built this place, right? The cathedral. So hold on, let me show y'all which one. This is Spanish book, people. So he started talking to him, and he said, and I said, no, the Moors built that. He stopped talking to the European guy and came to me and said, let me show you something. And when he came to show it to me, he said, this is the area where they will have a ceremony cutting the heads of the Moors off. I said, damn, that was a whole breaking point. He said they used to cut the heads of the Moors. Now, this guy's from Senegal. I'll play it again. So that's all you got to do is terrorize one person to have the other one follow. This is why y'all don't want to have no real conversation. And that's why I said a lot of y'all wouldn't have my back. If I'm wrong, somebody can come on the feed. Come on the feed. Prove me wrong. Y'all really don't understand how deep this history goes, because crusades have never stopped. The crusades never stopped. Nope. And these black conscious people, it's all about money, my G. It's not about truth. And they'll tell you Sabir is arrogant, Sabir is this, Sabir is that. No, I'm none of that. I'm very easy to get along with. But you got to come with some facts. And the thing about it, they're going to lose their audience if they come in the room with me. Trust me. They're going to lose their audience. That goes for Boyce Watkins, 19 Keys, Ben X, Richard, even whoever y'all pick. This is the reality. Emancipation in that movie with Will Smith, they got them sticking on the stack, the heads on the, what you call them, on the pole. It started here. Way before it started in Africa. It started right here in Seville. There's a lot of history that's here, man, that we don't even know about, but it started in Spain. And there's a plaque right around the corner since 1492. You seen it?
Christopher Columbus buried inside.
Christopher Columbus, yeah, he's buried in here. Christopher Columbus is down here. Yeah, man.
They have the biggest altar. Yeah. This is the biggest church in the world. This one. The biggest one, the biggest Catholic church in the world. Biggest Catholic church. Magnificent. Like the altar, it's like 5-story big, full of gold. From the whole history of Jesus, like the whole thing full of gold. And the gold, where did the gold come from? The Maya, the Aztecs, But all the civilization, you know what I mean, when the Spanish went there and they found all the gold.
So let me pause this, and I'm going to show y'all something. You would think they want to talk to me, right? So in the video, you saw this. We was at the top of here. We went to the top of here. So when I was there, I'm like, yo, this is that's hidden out of history. Just bear with me, y'all. That's not in history. You're not getting this in history class. That's why you feel inferior.
Back to them, you know what I mean? And they made all this enormous glorious stuff.
See what I'm saying? All that's gold. Like all this stuff is our history, man, and we don't know. We just know slavery. It started right here. It started right here in Spain. All it started in this whole particular block. Gotta find this block. Y'all had the book with me, Chris. I'm like this. Everybody didn't know where the block was at. I'm like, I want to know where this is at. This right here, this place. And I'm like, I gotta find it. So I'm walking on this block, and I never looked on the wall, cause we in the States. I'm looking for signs. I'm looking for stuff like this and say, okay, this is the block. But when you look up on the wall, you actually can see it up on the wall. And that's how the first time I found it. So they was basically, this is new. So they was just building this right here under construction. And that's what I can remember. This is the first one. This whole particular block right here, and before these buildings was here, they had the parade that was going on down here. So this is the historical piece right here where we used to have the cobblestones. So this is not the Ku Klux Klan. This was your ancestors, the Moors. So we here, and this is what happens, man.
Brotherhood of the Negritos.
The Brotherhood of the Negritos. So the Ku Klux Klan basically stole this information from us. So when you read J.A. Rogers' book, 100 Basic Facts About the Negro, then you flip it around, you will actually see these are the Negroes that's in Spain. So I'm gonna pause this for a minute so y'all can understand this. This is my brother Amadeus Christ. It's on Building 7. Building 7. So this is the book I had with me. I've been over there multiple times. It's in this book. What one of these conscious people that y'all throw all this money to, take the money that you donate to him and go travel and actually show you. So if you read J.A. Rogers' book, in the back of his book, you will find it. Oh, really? Wait a minute. Today, the descendants of the Spanish Negroes are quite bleached from mixing with their white neighbors. Really? Wait a minute. Let's see if we can pull something else up. Are y'all ready? I told you they use everything on you. Bear with me. Oops. Oh, no. It's your leader's fault, baby. It's not Sabir's fault. It's your leader's fault. It's your leader's fault. This is why you know nothing about this. You don't really know. I gotta fix it. But anywho. Oh my God. Let's move forward. So if y'all want to have this conversation, I'm open. So the sister was confused. Why are you doing that, Sabir? Well, what are your point of doing what you're doing? Because people need to know, and y'all need to have the heart to talk about it. So in order to take these things back, you don't have the weapons, but how about mentally destroying these people? That's me on Black History Month. Yeah, that's me. At Alexia KRS-One. You think I'm crazy, come to the cipher, baby. Come to the cipher. I'm gonna show you how crazy y'all are. Run around here getting yourself branded when we were running from getting branded. We ran from getting branded, and niggas in fraternities getting branded. Make that make sense. You and all these Greek fraternities running from getting branded. Why? Because you truly don't have knowledge of who you are. This is why they can go into our neighborhoods. Because if we had a community Nobody can come into our community. You couldn't have to worry about ICE coming in your community because you protect yourself. So this is me in the cathedral. Oh, you thought it was the Klan? Oh, no, it's not the Klan. Oh, no, it's not the Klan. Okay? So in order to take these things back, people, you have to take it back through your knowledge. You have to know. You really have to know. Most of these cats is pimping you. 99% of these conscious cats, and I know they watching, and tell them to put me on the spot. Tell them to put me on their show, to put me on the spot and act like I don't know what I'm talking about. And bring up my name and watch what happens. Oh, just bring up Sabir Bey's name. I'm gonna show you how far I go. You want to see some more? Let me show you how far I go. Look what's on my neck. You think that has something to do with them? Think again. Has nothing to do with them. Nothing to do with them. I walked around LA like that in a Jewish community. What you think, a Jew gonna run up on me and tell me something? No, the Jew's gonna figure it out. What the hell this nigga doing? I had a Jew. You should get mad at people wearing crosses on their necks. That's who y'all should get mad at. The people that's wearing crosses and the Negroes that's running around here getting branded when our ancestors was running from getting branded. Now niggas in fraternity getting branded. Still saying, I'm property, my nigga. I'm property. You cannot destroy the history of the Moors. Long as I'm breathing, you cannot destroy the history of the Moors. And we're not talking Moorish Science Temple of America, my niggas. We're not talking Moorish Science Temple of America because I don't belong to a Moorish Science Islamism temple. Okay? So, I'm going to give y'all a little bit more. Y'all ready? I'm going to show you why. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but I'm going to play something for y'all, okay? Okay? I don't know what my brother's saying here. Willie Martin or Willie Bronze Martin, if you know, so no, I will be on the next live so we can build because myself, I watch and support only as a student. Okay. Y'all ready? I'm going to show y'all the stuff they throw out to y'all. Y'all ready? Give me 1 second. Now, it still stands if y'all want to try to challenge me. But if you're going to challenge me, make it worth my while. Set it up, my G. You know I'm crazy, right? From wearing this, I'm wearing this, and I'll do a lecture on this, right? To wearing this with a cross on my neck. Now, you know I'm crazy, right? So if I can do that, you think I'm worried about any black conscious person? You better go get Boyce Watkins on the hotline. Get Rizza Islam. Go get 19 Keys. Y'all hurry up, go get all of them. Go get Brother Rich. Go get that dude, that nigga that be talking, Rod Hayes. Go get Rod Hayes too. Go get all of them dudes. Go get the cats that keep talking. Oh, we ain't got nothing to do with Africa, brother, because that's why y'all confused, because y'all not doing your real research. Go get them motherfuckers, nigga. Well, we ain't got nothing to do with Africa, brother. So I'm gonna show you how you can be deceived on so many levels. See, that Boyce is a joke. He is a joke. I'm gonna play something for him too. So hurry up and send this to Boyce Watkins. He got my number. Listen to this. Can't make this up.
I got the transcripts. Mitch, we have to bring slavery back. Those were the good old days. Kevin, how will we do that? There's no way we can do that. Mitch, black people won't do it, but white people will. Kevin, how will we get white people to be slaves? That sounds ridiculous. Mitch, we have to get rid of the separation of church and state. We must have state-funded religious schools. Kevin, I don't see where you're getting at. Mitch, those schools will have work programs for 4th through 8th graders. Kevin, I think I see where you're going here. How is that going to work? Mitch, we get the kids to pick all the produce as a part of their work program to teach them the values of good old-fashioned blue-collar labor and the bounty of God. Kevin, I don't think that anyone will go for that. Mitch, It's all about grooming. Start in the first grade, and by fourth grade, they'll be ready to do it.
What did I tell you?
Kevin,
Hold
but
up.
we already have people to pick the produce. Mitch, we have to finish the wall. Kevin, no way that's going to happen. Mitch, we find better ways to get the immigrants out of the United States.
Hold up. Now, remember that video last time I told y'all? Remember I did a video and I told y'all they said you have to start your child young. Now, I don't know if this is true or not because the way AI is set up now, I don't know. But goddamn, it sounds like a plan. Did y'all hear what they... Hold up. Can I rewind that back? Can I rewind it back for y'all one more time?
Thanks. Kevin, like doubling ICE. Mitch, yes. Kevin, this will be too hard, and we'll be too busy trying to sustain this over long periods of time and generations. Mitch, no, we get rid of the abortion laws in the United States and we make it mandatory that all 8th grade females be impregnated in order to graduate. Kevin, oh, like replacing the crops. Ha ha ha, pun intended. Also, Kevin, I will work on getting the abortion banned. You work on state-funded religious schools. Mitch, we don't have to do either. Lindsay and I took care of that with the new SCOTUS.
Now, I don't know if this is true or not. Now, can I play it back one more time? I'm going to play it back for y'all again. Remember when I talked about...
Okay, so I got the transcripts. Mitch, we have to bring slavery back. Those were the...
This was supposed to have been in July 2022. Alleged leaked conversation. Wow.
Good old days. Kevin, how will we do that? There's no way we can do that. Mitch, black people won't do it, but white people will. Kevin, how will we get white people to be slaves? That sounds ridiculous. Mitch, we have to get rid of the separation of church and state. We must have state-funded religious schools. Kevin, I don't see where you're getting at. Mitch, those schools will have work programs for 4th through 8th graders. Kevin, I think I see where you're going here. How is that going to work? Mitch, we get the kids to pick all the produce as a part of their work program to teach them the values of good old-fashioned blue-collar labor and the bounty of God. Kevin, I don't think that anyone will go for that. Mitch, it's all about grooming. Start in the first grade and by...
What did I tell y'all? Y'all think this is a joke. They grew, and if you really, I'm talking to you foundational black people, you black Indians. Are you niggas ready to go to war? Are you ready to lose your job? Are you ready to lose your job? I don't think y'all ready to lose your job. See, this is the thing. Y'all don't know how serious this is with me. And again, none of y'all will have my back. It's probably about 5 people that's on my feed right now will have my back. So why would I go to bat for our people? Why? You don't know how much information, and it's not belief systems, it's facts. And I just shut up now because I felt a lot of people, and y'all not ready for this, B. So it sounds like the Rex 84 to me. Just bear with me one second. How many of y'all read this, really read this? How many of y'all really read this? How many of y'all really read the Rex 84? If you want to get it, email me. I'll put my email up here. Y'all not about truth, bro. And y'all not about freedom. Because honestly, you're going to have to suffer. And if we're not looking out for each other, we done. Y'all are still supporting these dudes that wants to get likes. I don't get super chats. I don't get cash apps. I don't get none of those things, people. And this is why they upset with me. It's because I'm telling you the truth. I'm only here to arm you. I'm not your prophet. I'm not your leader. I'm not your none of that. I'm only here to deliver the message to you. It's up to you to do what you need to do. I'm open for, you can drop me any given day. I'm game. And we can talk about any subject. But this is what it sounds like to me. This is the Rex 84. Keep the public ignorant. Access control points. Create preoccupation. Attack the family unit. Give them less cash and more credit. Attack the privacy of the church. What did they just say? And you are running around here getting married through a damn church, selling each other back to one another. Is it making sense? I know y'all don't get this yet, but they're selling you back to one another. because they can make money off of it. If you think I'm lying, pick up a law dictionary. Look up marriage license. Look up marriage certificate. Look up a marriage license and look up a marriage certificate. One more time. Look up a marriage license. And you notice these black conscious people don't want to talk about this. How are you going to fight something when you unarmed? And you're feeding into it. So, well, brother, what are we going to do? Think about it. Now I'm going to help you out. I want you to look up miscegenation. Miscegenation is the mixing of races. It's called miscegenation. Miscegenation. A marriage license and a marriage certificate is two different things. Two totally different things. So they're telling you. That's why they can go into the weakest neighborhoods and do what they do. Because they have to constantly keep you busy. We'll get into that in a minute. Is y'all follow me? If y'all lost, let me know. Raise your hand. Come on the feed and I can explain it to you. If y'all lost on something. This is your time now. Okay? Attack the privacy of the church, social conformity. I had this for 28 years. 28 years I had this. Less public organization. Require reactions and output. Nigga, you see that Diddy got 50 months? Nigga, that's not no news. Oh, they looking for Tyrese. That's not breaking news either. None of those things are breaking news. Not Puffy going to jail because we know people go to jail. Tyrese has a warrant. That's not breaking news because niggas got warrants. It's not. But see, the Hollywood Unlocked and the breakfast clubs and the conscious people, they can't make no money off of this. Lower the defense, control the education of the young. More indulgence. Man, you see the football game, brother? I'm going to go to Las Vegas, brother. I'm going to go to Hawaii, my G. I ain't worrying about it. Let's move over here. If I'm wrong, feel free, y'all, because I know some smart people on here. Y'all just don't want to touch this subject. Media. Keep the adult public attention diverted away from real social issues and captivated by matters of no real importance. What's going on with Diddy ain't important to me. What's going on with Diddy is not important. Okay? It's really not. Schools. You should be focusing. I'm talking to you foundational Black Americans and you Indian cats. I'm talking to you. You should be getting your kids out their school systems. Number one. That's what you should be doing. Is getting your children out their school since you Indian. Instead of trying to pimp people. Now, if you want me to go up against any of these so-called Black Indians, that's all y'all got to do is put money up. Then that Negro Top Cat lied and said he would do it, which liars do. He's going to burn out too. Top Cat is going to burn out. If you don't like I said his name, Top Cat is going to burn out too. Once people catch on to the game. All this talk about we got nothing to do with Africa, that's going to burn out too. Keep the young public ignorant of real mathematics, real economics, real law, and real history. Entertainment. Keep the public entertained below a 6th grade level. Again, the reason why you're not doing anything because they have to keep you busy. Busy with no time to think back on the farm with the other animals. Damn, y'all gonna be knocking down doors, baby. Y'all gonna be knocking down the door in a minute, my G. I don't need nobody to believe me. Just debunk what I'm saying. All you got to do is debunk. I done seen a lot of dudes pass away and fade, brother. Polite, young Pharaoh. You notice they all faded because they're not dealing with truth. Okay? This is the Rex 84, my G. Hold up. Let me pull it up. Give me 1 second. I hope y'all share it out. Let's go. You can join the feed if you want to. That's the Rex 84. Let's read this again. And I hope y'all looked up marriage license and marriage certificate. They don't show you nothing. They always quoting Europeans. That's the Rex 84. So let's read the Rex 84 at the top. And tell me if this is not what's going on right now. Are y'all ready? This is the whole book. The Executive Order 11490, October the 19th, 1969. Executive Order was authorized October 1969 to counteract the minority, Black, Indians, Latinos, Puerto Ricans, and poor white people. It didn't say just Black people, Professor Griff. Griff, it did not just say Black people. These are the people. All of them. Why? Because you're unaware. And you really don't want the truth. So, if I'm wrong, let me know. I've been to a lot of places, G. I've seen a lot of things. But I'm the bad guy or the arrogant guy, whatever they want to call it. Because what happens, these conscious cats don't want truth. Okay? So, I'm going to play something with Boyce Watkins, and I hope y'all send us to Boyce Watkins. Any subject you pick, I can go in on. Pay attention, people. This is what y'all like. Remember I told you reactions and outputs? Reactions and outputs.
See, I'm pissed off because a lot of people out there are acting like they don't understand what is actually happening in the city of Chicago in regards to the ICE raids. Let me tell you something. Black people, again, are collateral damage in this. And all the black people that are getting mad at ICE and Donald Trump, hold on, you got to get mad at the politicians right here locally, because it was the politicians right here in your city that decided to dump the migrant issue on the black community like they do every single time.
Let's clear this up. See, this is why Boyce Watkins wouldn't talk to me. This is why Boyce Watkins wouldn't talk to me. There is no black community. Come on the feed, y'all. Come on and talk to me. What is a black community? There is no black community. Where's my sister April? There is no black community. That's why I put neighborhood up there. Let me explain to y'all what a community is. We are Moors without a shadow of a doubt, my G. What part of y'all missing? Hold up. What part of y'all missing? Let's put this up here. Let me explain this to y'all. A community means something in common. Common unity. Common unity. Common unity. The problem is y'all missing knowledge. So say this out. I told y'all this is the conversation y'all don't want to have. If I'm wrong, y'all should look up the definition of what a community is. Let's go back. Pay attention. Told you, Boyce Watkins himself, he's playing y'all too.
When they came across the border and checked asylum, they were able to come over into our city and get incentives like medical care, 6 months free rent, free transportation, free child care. We fed them each and every day. And those people that they were giving assistance to, they didn't go up to the north side and to the white community. All of the people out there protesting that are white, they didn't open up their doors for them, and they didn't want none of the shelters on their neighborhood. Guess where they opened up the shelters? In the black community. Those same school buildings that they shut down in 2013 that were educating black kids, they took those school buildings and they made them migrant shelters. And then they gave over $700 million to a company out in Florida to manage those shelters. They took the buildings that you've been asking for to be developed and build new housing, and they made them into migrant homes, giving them 6 months of free rent. They dumped the problem on black community like they do every single.
Somebody please send us to Boyce Watkins. I would love Boyce Watkins to question me on this. So hurry up and send it to him. Whoever. This is why I want to come to Chicago. Come to my YouTube channel, family. YouTube is right there. Sabir Bey's YouTube. Right there. So, common unity, right? Dumped it on who? You are displaced people, bruh. It's because you're black leaders. It's not Sabir. If I'm wrong, and they're not educated, he said our education. Carter G. Woodson said it's the miseducation and the education of the Negro. We're not educated. We indoctrinated. We're not educated. We are indoctrinated. So of course they're gonna pay off certain Negroes to do what? I told you what they do. Let's move forward. Somebody better send us the Boyce and see if you want to have a talk with me. You can't debunk anything I'm saying, Boyce.
Time when it was George Floyd riots, they closed downtown and pushed people to loot into the neighborhoods because they knew that people didn't care. Where was all the people right now? They weren't in our neighborhoods helping us open up back up our businesses. They were not in our neighborhoods helping us clean up. They
let's push black, brother. Push B for black.
Weren't in our neighborhoods when we were fighting for Laquan McDonald, who was shot 16 times by Jason Van Dyke. I didn't see them at the protest. But now, right now, they want to make black people a part of the fight. When they made us collateral damage in the first place, we are always losing. That's why ICE is raiding buildings where black people are, is because they put them there. They pay for their rent. They pay for their food. They pay for their child care. They pay for everything, but they didn't put them where they live. They put them where black people live because they don't want to invest into the community. So that's the easiest place to dump a problem.
Let me explain this to y'all. It's none of that. And leave the emotions at the door. It's none of that. It's not that. This is the problem. You're not educated. All you need is one person. Let me tell you something. How many of y'all ever read The Art of War? How many of y'all really read this? Really, really, really got into The Art of War? Think about it. In April, you already know how I am. When the migrants came in, what time was it in the morning that we was riding around? She'll tell you. What time was it when you and I were riding around in Chicago in crazy neighborhoods? See, y'all think I just do this behind the scene. Oh, no, I don't do it behind here. Y'all don't want truth. So it's none of that. So when you look up the people who are leaving their places, this government, because you're dealing with nationalities, right? Nationalities, they have an obligation to help those people according to law. They need to look up. I'm gonna help y'all out. Look up the United States codes, right? I told y'all we could do put it in classes. Look up the United States codes. If you look up immigration, nationalization, immigration, stuff like that, and there's another one that's in there, talks about a person that flees, like for that, they have an obligation to help those people who have a nationality. You are the only ones that don't. There is no nationality called black people. What the hell is wrong with our people, bruh? Y'all not getting this yet? Y'all don't get it? This is why they can dump and have everybody in the neighborhood. Think about it. Think about it. Y'all still in y'all feelings, right? Boyce Watkins is not an economic guy. I'm going to tell you something. He didn't even know about Ibn Khaldun. I'm going to help y'all out. Just bear with me, okay? We're going to have some fun. Give me 1 second. I'm going to show y'all how crazy some people really are. I'll keep trying to tell y'all to keep cheerleading these people, right? Let me help you out. Give me 1 minute. Damn, boy, this is a hell of a job. I hope y'all smash that like button and support button. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Give me 1 second. Let's cue it up. Since you say Boyce Watkins deal with economics, right? Give me 1 second. Why don't he know about Ibn Khaldun? Give me 1 second. This is your former president, Ronald Reagan.
I studied economics in college when I was young, and I learned there about a man named Ibn Khaldun who lived 1,200 years ago in Egypt. And 1,200 years ago, he said, in the beginning of the empire, the rates were low, the tax rates were low, but the revenue was great. He said in the end of the empire, when the empire was collapsing, the rates were great and the revenue was low.
Who? Let's rewind it back.
Studied economics.
Let's go back. Send us to Boyce Watkins.
I studied economics in college when I was young, and I learned there about a man named Ibn Khaldun, who lived 1,200 years ago in Egypt. And 1,200 years ago, he said, in the beginning of the empire, the rates were low, the tax rates were low, but the revenue was great. He said in the end of the empire, when the empire was collapsing, the rates were great and the revenue was low.
So go ask Boyce Watkins, right? How many of y'all know who Ibn Khaldun is? Oh, let me help you out. See, but you don't want this kind of knowledge. I was in Tunis. I bought my book when I was in Tunisia. Y'all should look up Ibn Khaldun. Look him up. Oh, Ibn Khaldun. You don't want this knowledge. How many of y'all know? And if you know, do y'all know that Ronald Reagan was also a DJ? Did y'all know that? Reagan was a DJ too. So let me show you Ibn Khaldun. Okay? But this is too much for the brain. And this is why I guess they be like, you ego tripping. No, it's none of that. I'm here to help y'all. But you gotta either you're gonna work 9 to 5 and support what I do, or you're gonna just sit home and try to figure this out yourself. Because which way do you want it? How do y'all want it? Hold up. Let me see if I can find Ibn Khaldun. Most people in other countries knows exactly who Ibn Khaldun is. He didn't even know. Boyce Watkins didn't even know who Ibn Khaldun was until I presented it to him. But you would think a person would say, well, let me talk to Sabir a little bit more about who Ibn Khaldun is. And if you look up Mark Zuckerberg and Ibn Khaldun, please look up Mark Zuckerberg, who owns Facebook, and I think he owns Instagram, right? I think he owns Instagram. I'm trying to find his work. So I'll type his name in for y'all, okay? Give me 1 second. And I hope y'all send us to Boyce Watkins. And I could do a whole conversation on Ibn Khaldun. Okay? I know it's not affecting y'all yet. Give me 1 second. Look him up. That's his name. So Reagan knows about him. You're not being taught this in school. Look up Ibn Khaldun. Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back, y'all. I'm going to play something for y'all for a minute, okay? Give me 1 minute. We missed the mark. Carter G. Woodson. I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be back.
Chapter 2. How we missed the mark. How we have arrived at the present state of affairs can be understood only by studying the forces effective in the development of Negro education, since it was systematically undertaken immediately after emancipation. To point out merely the defects as they appear today will be of little benefit to the present and future generations. These things must be viewed in their historic setting. The conditions of today have been determined by what has taken place in the past. And in a careful study of this history, we may see more clearly the great theater of events in which the Negro has played a part. We may understand better what his role has been and how well he has functioned in it. The idea of educating the Negroes after the Civil War was largely a prompting of philanthropy. Their white neighbors failed to assume this responsibility. These Black people have been liberated as a result of a sectional conflict out of which their former owners had emerged as victims. From this class, then, the freedmen could not expect much sympathy or cooperation in the effort to prepare themselves to figure as citizens of a modern republic. From functionaries of the United States government itself, and from those who participated in the conquest of the secessionists, early came the plan of teaching these freedmen the simple duties of life as worked out by the Freedmen's Bureau and philanthropic agencies. When systematized, this effort became a program for the organization of churches and schools, and the direction of them along lines which had been considered most conducive to the progress of people otherwise circumstanced.
Carter G.
Here and there, some variation was made in this program in view of the fact that the status of the freedmen in no way paralleled that of their friends and teachers, but such thought was not general. When the Negroes in some way would learn to perform the duties which other elements of the population had prepared themselves to discharge, they would be duly qualified, it was believed, to function as citizens of the country. Inasmuch as most Negroes lived in the agricultural South, moreover, and only a few of them at first acquired small farms, there was little in their life which any one of thought could not have easily understood. The poverty which afflicted them for a generation after emancipation held them down to the lowest order of society, nominally free, but economically enslaved. The participation of the freedmen in government for a few years during the period known as the Reconstruction had little bearing on their situation, except they did join with uneducated poor whites in bringing about certain much desired social reforms, especially in giving the South its first plan of democratic education and providing for a school system at public expense. Neither this inadequately supported school system nor the struggling higher institutions of a classical order established about the same time, however, connected the Negroes very closely with life as it was. These institutions were concerned rather with life as they hoped to make it. When the Negro found himself deprived of influence in politics, therefore, and at the same time unprepared to participate in the higher functions in the industrial development which this country began to undergo, it soon became evident to him that he was losing ground in the basic things of life. He was spending his time studying about the things which had been or might be, but he was learning little to help him to do better the tasks at hand.
Damn.
Since the Negroes believed that the causes of this untoward condition lay without the race, migration was attempted and immigration to Africa was again urged. At this psychological moment came the wave of industrial education, which swept the country by storm. The educational authorities in the cities and states throughout the Black Belt began to change the course of study to make the training of the Negro conform to this policy. The missionary teachers from the North, in defense of their idea of more liberal training, however, fearlessly attacked this new educational policy, and the Negroes participating in the same dispute arrayed themselves respectively on one side or the other. For a generation thereafter, the quarrel as to whether the Negro should be given a classical or a practical education was the dominant topic in Negro schools and churches throughout the United States. Labor was the most important thing of life, it was argued. Practical education counted in reaching that end, and the Negro worker must be taught to solve this problem of efficiency before directing attention to other things. Others, more narrow-minded than the advocates of industrial education, seized upon the idea, feeling that although the Negro must have some semblance of education, it would be a fine stroke to be able to make a distinction between the training given the Negro and that provided for the whites. Inasmuch as the industrial educational idea rapidly gained ground too, many Negroes for political purposes began to espouse it, and schools and colleges, hoping thereby to obtain money, worked out accordingly makeshift provisions for such instruction, although they could not satisfactorily offer it. A few real industrial schools actually equipped themselves for this work and turned out a number of graduates with such preparation. Unfortunately, however, the affair developed into a sort of battle of words, for in spite of all they said and did, the majority of the Negroes, those who did make some effort to obtain an education, did not actually receive either the industrial or the classical education. Negroes attended industrial schools, took such training as was prescribed, and received their diplomas. But few of them developed adequate efficiency to be able to do what they were supposedly trained to do. The schools in which they were educated could not provide for all the experience with machinery which white apprentices trained in factories had. Such industrial education as these Negroes received then was merely to master a technique already discarded in progressive centers, and even in less complicated operations of industry, these schools had no such facilities as to parallel the numerous processes of factories conducted on the plan of the division of labor. Except what value such training might have in the development of the mind by making practical applications of mathematics and science then, it was a failure. The majority of Negro graduates of industrial schools, therefore, have gone into other avenues, and too often into those for which they have had no preparation whatever. Some few who actually prepared for the industrial sphere by self-improvement likewise sought other occupations for the reason that Negroes were generally barred from higher pursuits by trades unions. And being unable to develop captains of industry to increase the demand for persons in these lines, the Negroes have not opened up many such opportunities for themselves. During these years, too, the schools for the classical education for Negroes have not done any better. They have proceeded on the basis that every ambitious person needs a liberal education, when as a matter of fact, this does not necessarily follow. The Negro trained in the advanced phases of literature, philosophy, and politics has been unable to develop far in using his knowledge because of having to function in the lower spheres of the social order. Advanced knowledge of science, mathematics, and languages, moreover, has not been much more useful except for mental discipline because of the dearth of opportunity to apply such knowledge among people who were largely common laborers in towns or peons on the plantations. The extent to which such higher education has been successful in leading the Negro to think, which above all is the chief purpose of education, has merely made him more of a malcontent when he can sense the drift of things and appreciate the impossibility of success, envisioning conditions as they really are. It is very clear, therefore, that we do not have in the life of the Negro today a large number of persons who have been benefited by either of the systems about which we have quarreled so long. The number of Negro mechanics and artisans have comparatively declined during the last 2 generations. The Negroes do not proportionately represent as many skilled laborers as they did before the Civil War. If the practical education which the Negroes received helped to improve the situation so that it is today no worse than what it is, certainly it did not solve the problem as was expected of it. On the other hand, in spite of much classical education of the Negroes, we do not find in the race a large supply of thinkers and philosophers.
That's Carter G. Woodson, y'all. That's Carter G. Woodson from the Miseducation of the Negro. What did he say about philosophers? A large number of what? Philosophers. But we don't want to have this conversation. Nah, it's Sabir. That's why we don't want to hear it. I told you. Anytime, anywhere. So, I told you what Ronald Reagan said, right? About Ibn Khaldun. So let me ask y'all, I gave y'all time. So did y'all go look up Ibn Khaldun yet? Did y'all send us the Boyce Watkins yet? Let's go. Let's go back to the beginning again.
1,200 years ago in...
One more time.
I studied economics in college when I was young, and I learned there about a man named Ibn Khaldun who lived 1,200 years ago in Egypt. And 1,200 years ago, he said, in the beginning of the empire, the rates were low, the tax rates were low, but the revenue was great. He said in the end of the empire, when the empire was collapsing, the rates were great and the revenue was low.
So how many of y'all knew that? Y'all tell me about Boyce Watkins and he deal with economics? Asked him, do he know who Ibn Khaldun is? Give me 1 second. Asked him. You would think, again, that these conscious cats will say, let's talk to Sabir because he's been over there. Let me show you Ibn Khaldun. He said Egypt now, right? So let me show you who Ibn Khaldun is. And when you look him up, you're going to see this monument in Tunis. That's in Tunisia. That's Ibn Khaldun's monument. I bought my book when I was there. So y'all think it's about what? Complexion? Y'all think it's about the complexion? That's Ibn Khaldun. So for y'all that don't know, Tunisia is Africa. Morocco is Africa. Those places are Africa. I bought a lot of books when I was over there on Ibn Khaldun. See, Europeans know about these things. So imagine what's in my mental Rolodex. Imagine what's in my head and what I know. So look up Ibn Khaldun, right? Then you will actually see who with that monument where you see me sitting at. I'm gonna give you another one, okay? So it's because of the education. And again, I don't belong to no Moorish Science Temple, people. So please don't put me inside of a Moorish Science Temple. I'm not a worshiper of no man. If you're a Moor that's on his feed, that's in your feelings, that's your business. Do what you do. Because Moors was not just Muslims either. That's a fact. Okay? So all the people that y'all sit back and watch, right? All the people that y'all sit back and watch on YouTube's. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up Mark Zuckerberg. Zucker. The lines is open for y'all. You ready? So the person that y'all on his platform that y'all uses, right? Hold up. He even studied Ibn Khaldun. Why y'all not study Ibn Khaldun? Now y'all can get in contact with me. I can break it down. Let's go to Mark. Oh, really? But you want to talk about economics? Do you really know? Mark Zuckerberg, who owns the Facebook, y'all. And guess what he do? He teaches children about it also. Damn. But yet, I was there, but you don't want to hear from Sabir because you got this notion about me. No, it's me. So I bought the book when I was over there. But you want to tell me about Claude Anderson. Somebody get Claude Anderson in the room too. Y'all like to quote Claude Anderson too, right? Where's the power in this? Powernomics? Powernomics? I would rather read this to understand. So ask Claude Anderson, ask Boyce Watkins. Let's have this conversation. Come on. Let's have that conversation. Because pick your poison. Because we can go all day about the Moors, baby. Because if they're not teaching this in school, they're doing your people a disservice. Oh, they doing them a disservice, baby. Come on. Hold up. Give me 1 second. I got to do this for y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm almost finished. Stay focused. Okay? Stay focused. Stay focused. I might sell this one for 500. 5 bills. I got 2 of them. Let's move forward. It had to be worth my while. Come on. Where you at, Chi-Town? Let's talk about it. Come on. Let's go. It's not a secret, B. They know we're Moors. It's not a secret. Come on. Pick your poison, B. The problem is, y'all don't know that the Crusades is still going on. The Crusades is still popping. It's still popping. It never, ever ended. So if you want to be that so-called black Indian guy and disconnect yourself from everybody else, when it was the Moors that was here, okay, not black people, they were Moors. So you can tell this to the top cats, whatever. Tell top cats stop reneging like renegers do, and put some money up, and then we can go head to head. But I'm not arguing with nobody. I'm not arguing not a nigga on my feed, baby. I'm good at what I do, and I've been to these places. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have some fun, and I'm gonna show you the books I was reading last night. I got these books, and I'm gonna pull one of them up. I was reading these books last night. Let's go. Just pay attention and feel free to come to YouTube. Subscribe to Sabir Bey's YouTube channel. Again, Sabir Bey YouTube channel. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Turn up the volume, like my brother Stan says. Where y'all at? Nobody wants to come on the feed with me? Damn, boy.
Battery 30%.
You came up on these shores, 100 years, educated by the Moors. 17th century, genocide in the gun.
Let's go, y'all. Share it out. Let's go.
It's blessed to market the Africa.
Y'all don't read what I read, baby. Come on, y'all. Let's turn it up. Turn it up.
You came up on the shore, 700 years, educated by the Lord. 17th century, genocide in the gun. It's blessed to market the Africa.
Come on, y'all. Let's go. Get your shirt, baby. Get your shirts.
1492, you came up on the shore. 700 years, educated by the Lord. 17th century, genocide in the gun. It's blessed to market the Africa.
I'm almost done. Y'all better jump in the cipher, baby. I gotta put all these books back.
You came up on these shores, 700 years, educated by the Lord. 17th century, genocide in the gun. Their path is blessed to market the African.
So what the hell y'all think it is? It's because of your black leaders is the reason why. So what they do is they pay influencers, not real people who do it for real. I don't pay for blue checks, people. I don't pay for blue checks. I don't pay for followers, which I should. Maybe I feel it more important if I pay for a blue check. So I'm running some things down. How many people ever heard of this? The Negro. I got this book right here too, y'all. The Negro and the Discovery of America. I have that book if you want to get it. So guess what book this is in? Harvard University. We're the first to discover. Look, the Africans were the first to discover. I ain't got nothing to do with no foundational black America. I ain't got nothing to do. I'm black, brother. I'm a foundational. I'm an Indian, brother. I got nothing to do with it. Stupidest conversation I've ever heard in my life. And these cats don't show y'all nothing. Y'all better go watch that other Robin Hood with what's the name in it? With Jamie Foxx. I'll play it in a minute, okay? So let's move this out the way. Move this out the way. Okay. So do you know what book this is? I paid $300 for this book. $300 for this book. 3 bills. And yes, it's falling apart. This is Carter G. Woodson's work. They know who you are. So your leaders took a little bit of money and just like these conscious cats, that's why you don't hear me on their platforms. Don't ever think it's jealousy, hate, ego. Is none of that. It's straight up facts. And I hope y'all share this out. So the nigga, wait a minute, let's find that book. Hold up. I just showed you the book, right? Here's the book. Bear with me. Here it is. Oh, let's show you another one. Bear with me. I got a lot of this stuff, man. We can clean up so much, Lance. So much, brother. But we not serious, brother. The only immigrants or foreigners are Europeans. And the crazy part is you got a lot of brothers that's ICE agents. You got foundational black Americans and many other people that is actually ICE agents. They are the ones that's terrorizing your neighborhoods. They're not going into no, hold up. You would think they would go here, bro. Give me 1 second. So if they go into places, right? Why are they not going here? Give me 1 second. Let's see if we can find this. Why are they not going into the Jewish community, what they doing to people? Give me 1 second. Do I have it? Where is ICE going here? I can't make this up. Why ICE is not going to this neighborhood? Hold up, in Crown Heights. This would be terrorism, right? Look what they're doing. Look what they're doing to this Muslim system. Look what the Jews are doing, and you hypocritical, coward-ass Christians are not saying nothing when the Jews don't even believe in Jesus. Jews don't even believe in Jesus. But where's ICE? You know why? Because they have a community, B. Pay attention. They have a community. telling you. And watch what they do. Call her name. Look.
Your John voice is going on.
Wow. Where's the ISIS at over there? Wait a minute. Where's the ICE agents there? What do you call that, Brother D? Would that be called terrorism? What would that be called?
The community. That's a community, yeah.
That's a community, right?
Yeah.
So just think about this for 1 second, right? That's a community, right? So just think about it. If they came into your neighborhood and your communities, this is what you can do. You have a right to do that. You do know that, right?
This is for all the.
But the problem with that is with these so-called black folks, they fear death. They fear the lay their life down for something. That's their problem. That we could never get that going in our neighborhoods. We'll be turning on each other left and right all the time.
Because all you got to do is get one nigga to sell you out or calm you down. Let's go again. Watch this. All you got to do is get one nigga. This is not, you think this is old? This is new. Y'all do know that, right? So let's go again. Right. One sister with one top. Community. This is not overseas. A waste of semen. This is a waste of semen. Now, what I can say, that would be aggravated assault, right? Wouldn't that be aggravated assault?
Yeah, yeah.
But this is the crazy part. Don't ever think that would happen with a Muslim sister, brother, nigga. Crown Heights will be tore the fudge up, my nigga. Those crazy ass Muslims, I'm gonna say in Philadelphia, them crazy motherfuckers would have tore that shit up. It was a Muslim sister. My point, people, we hypocritical and we cowards. If you really think, and this is why I don't speak out much no more, brothers, because I don't think nobody really had my back. But if something happened to me, we shouldn't have said it. Sabir shouldn't have said it. Yo, nigga, I need y'all to bail me out. Nigga, no, let that nigga go get begging for money. Nigga, I ain't begging for money. You begging to be on my feed. I told y'all what y'all can do. What did I say yesterday? Y'all remember the show I did yesterday? When I said your politicians, everybody should tell your politicians to go get a constitution. The politicians should give out constitutions. The politicians should give out constitutions. Help yourself. I told everybody I can come to Chi-Town. My brother Yoel at the Underground Bookstore. I can do a lecture in Yoel's bookstore and pick out. I don't even have to bring a book with me. I can literally be in Yoel's bookstore in the hood and do a class there. But nobody said, yo, brother, I'll sponsor that. I'm game. I'm still waiting for a big sponsor. Waiting. I'm ready. I ain't got where I ride around in that mug. Go get them people. What's that boy's name? That be with 19 Keys when he went out there. What's that? They be walking around the neighborhoods. I ain't seen them walking around no ICE agents yet. So let's walk around and give out constitutions. Can we do that? Let's walk around and give out the state constitutions and the U.S. constitutions. How many of y'all really want to back this? Let's be realistic. How many of y'all want to do it? Because I'm really getting tired, Brother D. I'm tired.
I believe you.
What do you think everybody can from Africa, Sabir? Because I just watched the video after got on your feed in Asia, and they don't show you nothing. None of these foundational Black Americans, none of these Indian people did a DNA test. If I'm on their feed, I'm gonna say, did you do it? No, nigga, I don't need to do a white man's DNA test. But you got the white man's education, you got your kids in the white man's school, you reading the white man's books, and you watching the white man on social media telling you stuff. So I'm gonna ask y'all, how many of y'all would help me? I want to leave out probably this month to go to Chicago. I don't want to be there in the wintertime, bro. I do not want to be in Chi-Town in the winter. I don't. So if you want to, my brother Yoel's bookstore is in the hood. It's called Underground Bookstore. Underground Bookstore in Chi-Town. Go get some constitutions. He got a lot of these in there. He got a lot of them in there. They're only $3.95, bro. I would have bought a bunch of them. But you'll sit back and nitpick at what I'm doing instead of saying, what can we do to get this message out to the masses of the people? And I don't have hate in my heart for nobody. I'm just telling y'all the game. So what they're doing, bro, I don't know if you've seen the video and what they were doing to so-called Black people. Can I find it? Let me see if I can find it. They went to this lady's apartment. I don't know where I did with it, but anyway, they went to this apartment and started putting people. They hog-tied people, damn near hog-tied them, and had them out 10 o'clock at night. Oh, foundational Black Americans thought it was going to happen to y'all. Yeah, let me see if I can find it, bro. This is the funny part. I gotta play this one too. I gotta play this for all of y'all that's in these universities. I gotta play this one for you. This is the crazy part. And we keep pushing our kids inside their institutions. Bear with me.
Semitism training. Now, they say the mandatory training is biased in favor of Israel and could stir up tensions on campus over Gaza. Don Hasbrook has more.
We were, able to immediately recognize the glaring red flags in this training.
Hundreds of Northwestern undergrad and graduate students have been unable to enroll because they're pushing back against what's in the anti-Semitism training. It is part of a wave of controversial trainings put in place after the Trump administration threatened to pull funding if schools fail to address campus anti-Semitism.
A hand-drawn map of...
This is why your Black university is not going to do anything, because they get federally funded money. This is why Dr. Greg Carnum are not going to talk, because they get federally funded money.
The Israel-Palestine region that did not have Palestine written anywhere on the map. And within the bounds of Israel, it included a portion of Syria that is internationally recognized to not belong to Israel.
They said the training could have been put together by the many researchers and experts on campus.
Northwestern decided to partner with the Jewish United Fund, which is a nonprofit in Chicago that is well known for advocating in support of policies and defense for the state of Israel. So immediately that sort of agenda came through in the content. It was highly political.
They're part of a large group that wrote an open letter to administrators, writing in one section, as a group of students and graduate workers who stand united against racist, anti-Semitic, anti-Arab, anti-Muslim, and anti-Palestinian discrimination, we cannot abide by these trainings, which reinforce rather than reduce the proliferation of discriminatory bias in our communities.
I teach at Northwestern, and I feel an immense responsibility for ourselves and our consciences, but also for our students, not to disseminate non-factual, false informations about the history of the region, and for not endorsing silently the idea that any critique of Zionism or of the State of Israel could be and will be construed as misconstrued as anti-Semitism.
The students say they have had many discussions with faculty, and they say most agree with them. They're not saying that anti-Semitism isn't important, quite the opposite. They say some students have had to complete the training under duress, or they would lose their funding, their status.
God damn, y'all don't get this shit? Did you hear what she said? They had to do it under duress. So this is when the law pops in, Brother D. I told you, pick your poison on any subject, and I can go blow for blow with this, bruh. This is crazy. So all they got to do is reward one black person, and the rest want to follow. So all you got to do is reward one black person. Let's go to the art of war for a second, since y'all don't want to believe me. Here it is right here. If you reward everyone, there will not be enough to go around. So you offer reward to one in order to encourage everyone. And some of you Moors are hypocriticals too, brother. They got you too, homie. Okay, they got you too. Oh, yeah, they do. So you can hate it or love it. It's in the art of war, baby. So we're going to keep Sabir over here. He's arrogant. No, nigga, I'm just tired of the bull. So I saw it. I was trying to find a video when they went into that sister house. I don't know if you saw that video, D. You can probably find it. They went in somebody's house in Chicago. And yeah, they went into they tied them, zip tied them.
Real damn.
You didn't know that?
No.
Hold up. I'm gonna see if I can find it on my. Hold up. Let me see if I can find it. Give me 1 minute. I'm at to close out Instagram, y'all, real fast. Give me. TikTok. 1 second. I gotta find the video. Yo, it was crazy. I gotta find that video, brother. I thought I had it up here. I think I sent it to Jarrell too, if I'm not mistaken. Give me 1 second. I gotta find it. Give me 1 minute. So they went into a neighborhood and zip tied them. You can probably find it online. I know they're gonna hide it from y'all, but you know, probably find it online. It's Target neighborhoods. Is this it? Is the video?
I spoke to one woman who actually lives in this.
I got it. I'm gonna play it for you.
She was detained by ICE overnight, and she says they took everyone and then asked questions later.
Hold up.
They just treated us like we were nothing.
This is the shot
She
channel.
came out to the hallway of her apartment complex on the corner of 75th and South Shore Drive in her nightgown around 10 Monday night.
Okay, here again. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna take it from the top. Bear with me. Only on Sabir Bey shows you want to get this, bro. Listen to this. I'm gonna take it from the top. You ready? Here it is right here. Can't make this up. I'm gonna pull it up so you can see.
I spoke to one woman who actually lives in this building, and she says she was detained by ICE agents overnight, and she says they took everyone and then asked questions later.
They just treated us like we were nothing.
Patricia Fisher said she came out to the hallway of her apartment complex on the corner of 75th and South Shore Drive in her nightgown around 10 Monday night, only to find ICE agents yelling police.
It was scary because I've never had a gun put in my face. They asked my name and my date of birth and asked me did I have any warrants, and I told them no, I didn't.
She said she was then handcuffed and released around 3 a.m. Fisher says she was told if anyone had any kind of warrant out for them, even if it was unrelated to immigration, they would not be released. Cincinnati video shows the chaotic scene overnight. Neighbors tell us there were dozens of ICE agents. Neighbors like Ebony Watson says they ducked for cover as they heard several flashbangs go off.
They was terrified. The kids was crying. People was screaming. They looked very distraught. I was out there crying when I seen the little girl come around the corner. Because they was bringing the kids out too. Had them zip tied to each other. That's all I kept asking. Where's the morality? Where's the human? One of them literally laughed. He was standing right here. He said, them kids.
Watson says budget trucks and military-style vans were used to separate parents from their children. Other neighbors say they saw agents destroying property to get in the building.
And they had a big 15-inch chainsaw with a round blade on it, cutting this fence down. We're under siege. We're being invaded by our own military.
The FBI did confirm this morning that they did help the U.S. Border Patrol carry out a targeted immigration enforcement operation in this area, and they say they have been supporting these efforts at the direction of the U.S. Attorney General.
Oh, you see it? Y'all get it? They didn't care. So, if you foundation or not, they're going to come. So, if you got, they said if you have warrant, this is the crazy part, bro. They said even if you have a warrant, crazy. So they would go into neighborhoods, not communities, not with a Jewish lady that the Muslim sister was being harassed at, because it would be consequences. We have so many of our people, brother, that sold us out. And honestly, brother, it's people in this conscious community that's selling you out too. By calling yourself and labeling yourself black, let's make it stink about who the Moors are. And I'm not speaking from a Moor Science Temple point of view, people. I'm talking about from historical. You got to study the Crusades. You have to study the Inquisition. You got to study these things to understand what's going on. And this is why they don't want, again, brother, Sabir in these rooms. Don't matter. Just go.
And she says they took everyone and then asked questions later.
They just treated us like we were nothing.
Patricia Fisher said she came out to the hallway of her apartment complex on the corner of 75th and South Shore Drive in her nightgown around 10 Monday night, only to find ICE agents yelling police.
It was scary because I've never had a gun put in my face.
You got black. Listen, I keep trying to tell y'all, you have your own people that is doing it too. So just imagine, brother, if we was truly educated, we should be having classes. I know y'all probably scared, but we should truly have classes on this type of stuff. Bear with me. I'm open for it. I'm honestly, I'm ready to throw in the towel though. This is called Title 18, United States Code, subsection 2331. So what they are doing to you is terrorism. Here you go, the term acts of war, right? They're bringing military people on the ground. You ever see this movie called Red Notice or Red something? I can't think of the name. Red Dawn or something. Red Dawn. Y'all should watch the movie Red Dawn.
I've seen that a long time ago.
Watch it again. So this is what it is, y'all. The term domestic terrorism means activity that what? Involve acts dangerous to human life. That is a violation of the criminal laws of the United States or any state. Your black mayors are powerless, brother. They are powerless. I'm going to keep it a buck. I said I wasn't going to make this video long, brother, but I have to put it out here to y'all. And I hope you support it, y'all. Seriously, because I could have been out in the park with my daughter right now. It's beautiful out here in California. But I don't run from nothing. And I'm not going to argue with nobody on this platform because you're non-arguable. If you have to have, and I made that up just now, arguable. So if you want to, my email is right there, sabirbayradio@gmail.com. Drop it any day, anywhere, anytime. And I'm game. Trust me, you will not lose. But you better bet your money on Sabir. You better put your money on me, B. So let me show you the book that I'm talking about. Y'all should get. Terrorism Law. I paid $60 for this book. $60. Crazy, right? So they only targeting you because you don't know or you lack knowledge. While we over here arguing that Jesus real, brother, the Bible real, brother, I'm going to tell you because it's white, brother. I'm foundational Black America. I got no connection to Africa, homie.
What? And that's pretty much all they do. Argue about the same old thing.
And people be on there arguing over that, man. I'd be like, nigga, do y'all know what really is going on out here? What's up, Percy? Do they really know what the hell is happening?
Nope.
Damn, dude. Like, that's why the sister was confused about. I want to know your point, Sabir. Why are you doing what you're doing? Because people need to know this. What difference does it make? You know, Minister Farrakhan said this one time. What difference does it make if you're in $100,000 home or $150,000 car? You just a nigga in $100,000 home and a nigga in a $50,000 car. What have you produced? So all of this that is happening with all of these arguments and asking, soon as I get off, they're gonna go right back over there, brother. But he said, Top Cat said we indigenous, brother. That's why they keep this shit on private, brother. And only people that donate, they can get on their feeds. That's how they have it set up. Only people that donate. My show is the only show that allow you to come on the feed, allow you to argue with me for a minute. That's kind of crazy, right? And keep it going. These dudes lock their pages down until you donate to them. But if I ask for donations, I got to be bitching and complaining. And no, I'm not doing none of that. But they will lock their pages down. And the only people that they will respond to is donors. It's just like Lord Jamal. Lord Jamal said, if you got questions to ask him, he's going to charge you. I said, nigga, if I said that, I'm begging. Now, you ain't answering the question. You ducking. I'm done with our people, bro. We crazy as hell, bro. Let them drown. But get this book. This is insane, bro. This is really, truly insane. And everybody always asks me as if I'm the one that's supposed to keep giving. What are you giving? Karis wants to say, if a person is a servant, is worthy of his hire, we don't back the real people. I told you I'll sit in the room with anybody that you pick. Should I run down the names again? It could be Boyce Watkins. It could be Rizza Islam. It could be 19 Keys. It could be Dame Dash. It could be 5150. It could be Charlemagne. It could be whoever. Who else did I name? Who else? Roland Martin. Did I say all of them? Any of them. Dr. Greg Carr. Judge Joe Brown. Any of them. And then what you can do is debunk step by step what I'm saying that's wrong. That's why I don't say no stuff. No, I don't say anything anymore, Brother Percy, because it burns you out. Nobody wants truth.
Nope.
You want to keep saying the white man did it. The white man did it. The white man did it. Yeah, brother, they're attacking us because no, they know who you are. Once you study the Crusades, brother, once you study the Crusades, once you study this in the Inquisition, trust me when I tell you, once you know this, and if you're a Christian, you damn sure ain't going to be taught this. This is not what you're going to be taught. I went to the Inquisition places when I was in Spain. I saw it. So they have people that they will sit back and they will pay. And that's why Netanyahu is doing what he's doing. Let's do it again. Let's pull it up. This is why Netanyahu said, get the Christians influences. And he talks about it. He said it's going to take money. Let's go.
A couple days ago, but I was at ArabCon. I did not have time to go through it the way I want to. A lot of you have asked me how you can help spread the message and the truth, and the answer is super simple. Just watch the video all the way through. Just comment, share it, repost it, make it your story. Engagement is how you help the video. So if you're watching this, please watch it all the way through. Watch time and completion rate is one of the main metrics that they use. So watch it all the way through, and if you have a short attention span, 1.5 and 2 times speed is your friend, fam. It is going to be a little bit of a longer one because I have a lot to say about this. So what you're looking at right here is an influencer event with wanted war criminal and fugitive from the law, Benjamin Milikowski Netanyahu, and a bunch of other war criminals sitting in the front. And then behind them are a bunch of astroturfed influencers there to do a propaganda training. And when I say astroturf, deserved. What I mean is inorganic. As in, this is coordinated and promoted Hasbara. As in, this is one part of their over $100 million campaign, spanning across multiple industries, social media, and companies to try to affect American public opinion because the regime is losing support daily. These influencers are getting paid $7,000 per post. What? And I thought the Democratic Party core's influencers getting paid $7,000 a month was a lot. I guess this is the monetary difference between getting paid to ignore genocide and outright promote it. Let's zoom in just a little closer, and you guys can tell me if there's any of these influencers that you recognize. I didn't recognize a lot of them. I thought these two were the same person. I think that woman, though, was the one who went to Times Square and had a meltdown over like a pro-Palestine bill.
Just bear with me. This is why I said, man, y'all is this is too much work, fam. Yo, I believe I made this 2 hours plain as hell. Malcolm said, make it plain. This is like a lecture, bro. I made it plain. I'm almost finished, y'all. So let's bear with me. Let's go to another video. But I didn't know they was getting paid $7,000. Niggas are paying $14.95 for blue checks. Let's go ahead.
Research, evangelicals are the reason that Israel has been supported in public sphere outside of just Jews. So with Charlie's assassination and with the kind of trajectory that we see with like Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson, I guess I'm curious about what's another game plan if we lose evangelical support for the state of Israel. What's our backup plan to be strong, like outside of the diaspora?
Christian influencers. Okay.
Christian influencers.
He said, we talked about the woke right, and he said, I call it the woke Reich. That's a brilliant observation. The woke right, because these people, you know, they're not any different from the woke left. I mean, they're insane. They're loonies. But they're actually meeting on some of the things. And what we have to do is we have to secure that part of the base of our support in the United States. That is being challenged systematically. A lot of this is done with money.
With money.
Money of NGOs, vast. Money of governments, vaster. Okay? We have to fight back. How do we fight back? Our influencers. I think you should also talk to them if you have a chance. To that community, they're very important. And secondly, we're going to have to use the tools of battle. You know, the weapons change over time. You can't fight today with swords. That doesn't work very well. Okay, and you can't fight with cavalry. That doesn't work very well. And you have these new things, you know, like drones, things like that. I won't get into that. But we have to fight with the weapons that apply to the battlefields in which we're engaged. And the most important ones are the social media. And the most important purchase that is going on right now is TikTok. TikTok, number one. And I hope it goes through because it can be consequential. And the other one, what's the other one that's most important? X. Exactly. Very good. And, you know, so we have to.
Damn, dude. So I need to get on. I need to get with them. Hold up. Let me tell you why. Here you go. You want to see how crazy this is? Get Christian influencers. And again, I guarantee you, brother, no other person is showing y'all what I'm showing you, because this is really not supposed to be for y'all. They're not showing you any of these books, these connections at all.
These stories that I've seen all week, okay? So this guy is a YouTuber who never used to talk about the Israeli regime, like literally not at all. And then out of nowhere, like a month ago, he started doing Zionist propaganda. And it's really weird. It happened to coincide around the same time that it was revealed that the Israeli regime was spending hundreds of millions of dollars on Hasbara, on influencers, and in the media like Google, how they spent $50 million there in order to try to change the narrative, because people in the West, especially in America, not only oppose the genocide that the Israeli regime is carrying out in Gaza, but they're starting to have an unfavorable view of Israel in general. The left is already gone. Even the libs, the Democrats, they're gone. They're losing the Republicans. And that's not an easy thing to do, because a lot of Republicans are brainwashed from a very young age because of evangelical dispensationalism to support the nation state of Israel. So this guy's a Christian, and clearly I can't prove that he was totally paid off to do this, so I won't say that. Okay, so what's the funny part? The funny part is most Christians don't know that they're hated in Israel. Like, literally hate it. Israelis hate Christians, and they will often, it's a known thing, spit on Christians when they are there. They laugh at Christians, they laugh at us for being really stupid and uneducated and blah, blah, blah. So he's doing propaganda trying to get Christians back on his side. That's why he's here, to do propaganda on this guy's show. And listen to what he says.
Israel is the only place where we're respected and protected. You know, went to Israel. I spent 2 weeks there with the church, and we had an incredible time. We had only one incident where a small child spit on one of the pastors.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. He's there trying to help him. He's trying to help with the propaganda. He's like, listen, I only got spit on once. Hey, Officer Tatum, you weren't supposed to say that. That's an off-camera statement. Right-wing Christians, let me know. Are you?
And he was a police officer. Kind of crazy, ain't it? And they do. You can go online and look them up. The Jews spitting on Christians. Crazy, ain't it? No wonder our neighborhoods being the way they are, because you don't understand this. Nor do you understand this. Your black leaders, bro, they're the problem. This is why you probably may not. Maybe if you got a Christian that want to know my point of view, maybe I'll come on their show. Maybe they'll bring me on their show. What'd you guys say, D?
Oh, no, nothing.
Oh, let me do it. I'm almost full. You're finished, y'all. So just bear with me. Christian influences. Here you go.
But for the posterity of our nation. And Lord, tonight, may you be glorified in our time together. And Lord, I pray that you will bless our president. God, everything he puts his for you. I'm grateful for your sacrifice and for your heart for people, your heart for this country, your heart to do what's right no matter what.
Thank you, Scott.
And I'm so grateful that the Lord called us to be together for such a time as this. And so I really appreciate you. And I know I can speak for everyone out here that you are a tremendous leader. And we thank God for you. And we thank God for the First Lady.
Thank you.
And your family and everything that you've gone through
You got the
for this country. And we're proud to stand with you.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, let's pray.
Let's pray, brother.
Father in heaven, we thank you. We're so grateful that we have this time to stand in your presence. Father God, we are at the White House. Father God, the most powerful place in the land. And Father, we thank you that President Trump allows us to take this time and go before the throne of heaven and give you reverence. You are the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. And Jesus, we thank you. We thank you that you love us so much. God, we thank you for this awesome privilege to serve the people of the United States of America. Father, the Bible says, blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. And Father, we put you on your rightful place tonight on the thrones of our heart. And Father God, on the throne of this country. Father God, we humble ourselves before.
I ain't gonna lie, man. This nigga, I'll be like, boy, y'all don't get it. Now, I told my man earlier, if I went to a church and it did this, I would rock out. Let's pray.
We got to pray just to make it today.
Pray, y'all.
We got to pray just to make it today. Stop working hard, making those moves every day. On my knees every night to pray. I said we pray. Oh yeah, we pray. We got to pray just to make it today. I said we pray.
Nigga. MC Hammer make a nigga go to church, boy.
Yep. Yep.
Church. I was like, oh, I said, where the church at, nigga? I was going to find a church, brother Percy. I ain't gonna lie. So listen, y'all, do me a favor. Share these videos. I'll smash that like button. I don't know if Percy has something he want to share with y'all, or my brother D want to have something to share with y'all, but please support it at Zelle, PayPal, and Chime if you got something out of this, y'all. Because again, I don't get super chat. I don't get Cash App. I told Cash App to stick it up there behind because they try to make it a business. So please support it right there. Or you can go get your shirts. You know what I mean? Support it, B. some kind of way. Don't just be on here for 2 hours and suck up all the knowledge, B. And suck up the knowledge, man. Because I'm tired, bro. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. If you hear me just start playing music, you know I probably gave up on y'all on that way. So please support. Don't be a disappointment. So you want to share something for the person before we go, and don't forget, y'all, this is real, and this is real time at 4:32. Now I have to go attend to my daughter, and let me say this to y'all before we go. So don't ever think, brother. I don't know why people be thinking that people be going to my, supporting. They really don't. I can get off this feed and nobody support. So it's not that I'm, complaining. I just want y'all to understand that I can give y'all 2 hours, and if you think of any of these people that great. And it's not ego, set it up with whoever you wanted to set it up with. If you sit on this feed for 2 hours and you got something, support or buy something, support some kind of way. Because we can have this conversation on any platform, bro, and I can clear up a lot. You can get books that I have, like the algorithm. We got to set this website back up. I mean, it's there, but I'm sorry, Percy, I got to get back on it like I was, brother. Percy deal with the website too. SabirBey.com. This is one of my books I did, and I'm working on doing a lot of other things, people. I really am. And you can pick any subject matter there is, and I'm open for it. If you want to talk about the crowds, deception, whatever, one-on-ones, I'm open for people. But y'all got to do something. So don't try to critique me and ask me, what am I doing? Why am I doing it? Which way I'm going? Just ask these people when you get on their feeds to show you what they're talking about. Tell them to show you what they're talking about. Don't let them just tell you. Show you and where you can find this information at. And this is another book I wrote also on inferiority. So please smash the like button, hit the share button. I got to take my daughter out, brother. We got to go to a pumpkin patch. So listen, I got to go, y'all. My email is right there. Share it out. Share it out. I'm glad you stayed on my feed. I'm glad you stayed on here, brother. Share it out. I'm game. But read. Don't go anywhere yet. Listen up.
Let's tell you the truth, though. I like to read a lot. Books be uplifting me. Words help you see a lot. This book was a gift to me. Chuck D presents this day in rap and hip-hop history. It's a reference book. It puts important dates in a list for me. Jamel Shabazz, A Time Before Crack. A photographic history of hip-hop from way back. Here's Martha Cooper's hip-hop files. Charlie Ahern, Wild Style. And 50 Cent's 50th Law. I used to read this for my child. Sometimes I look at my library and I smile. Because if I can't find it on the shelf, I know it's there by file. Meanwhile, there's other books with other hooks and outlooks. I like to cook, so I read about cooks. I can't live without books. I like books. I recite books. I even write books a lot. Science of rap, ruminations, gospel of hip-hop. But let me spit a quick list, a book list that's really short. The first book that you should get is really a passport. Travel, that's key, but the book can unlock it. Unlock your mind by reading lines of new topics. Place your optics on books of real black knowledge. Beginning with Carter G. Woods, and I'm paying homage. His book, Miseducation of the Negro, is essential for freeing your mind from the slavery that's mental. Turn up this instrumental. You ain't dealing with an amateur. I'm reading Walter Rodney, How Europe Undeveloped Africa. That's the man to thank, high rank. Let's look at the birth of Black America by Andrew Frank. Take that to the bank. Let me rock again, hip hop again. Check out Africa, mother of Western civilization by Joseph Ben Yakinen. Check out Black Man of the Nile again by Joseph Yakinen. Civilization or Barbarism by Schenck and Teshop, and then Black Indians by William Loring Katz. Take it back. Anything by Dr. Cornel West, you need to go get that. Michael Eric Dyson, all his books, go get all of that. Henry Louis Gates, PBS, show support for that. I'm like Banneker with the Almanac. Books, I got the tallest stack. The Brooklyn Public Library, yeah, that's where I started at. I read up everything. every book that I could see. While these others went to college, I got my knowledge for free. Philosophy, theology, paleoanthropology, mythology, economy. I study these subjects entirely for free. It was free. You got to see me. It was free. Open your eyes and see. It was free.
I got this book too, Percy.
Good things in life are free. Don't waste your money. Let us continue on the menu with these reference books, like the Oxford English Dictionary. For words, it's a better look. It deals with word history before and after them. But it's funny, in the 8th section, you can't find the word African. But these books, don't start trashing them, bashing them, harassing them. It just shows accurately the racism to the maximum. Here's American Heritage Dictionary, 4th edition. Here's what it looks like when we look at the definition of Shirley Chisholm. Keep the wisdom and the complication. Shirley Chisholm was the first black woman to seek the Democratic presidential nomination. You talk about breaking new ground, Shirley's profound. But in the American Heritage Dictionary, this is nowhere to be found. This is an American Heritage Dictionary reference. And Shirley Chisholm's run for president doesn't get one sentence. I'm just pointing it out, the scholarship, what it's all about.
Hold on, on the back.
History before and after them. But it's funny, in the 8th section, you can't find the word African. But these books, don't start trashing them, bashing them, hurting. But these books, don't start trashing them, bashing them. Dictionary for words, it's a better look. It deals with word history before and after them. But it's funny, it
come on, baby.
It's free. Open your eyes and see.
Oxford.
It was free. You got to see me. Good things in life are free. Don't waste your money. Let us continue on the menu with these reference books, like the Oxford English Dictionary. For words, it's a better look. It deals with word history before and after them. But it's funny, in the 8th section, you can't find the word African. But these books, don't start trashing them, bashing them, harassing them. It just shows accurately the racism to the maximum. Here's American Heritage Dictionary, 4th edition. Here's what it looks like when we look at the definition of Shirley Chisholm. Keep the wisdom and the complication. Shirley Chisholm was the first black woman to seek the Democratic presidential nomination. You talk about breaking new ground, Shirley's profound. But in the American Heritage Dictionary, this is nowhere to be found. This is an American Heritage Dictionary reference. And Shirley Chisholm's run for president doesn't get one sentence. I'm just pointing it out, the scholarship, what it's all about. Don't just read, find out what these authors are all about. I'm free. It was free. You got to see me.
Free, baby.
It was free. Open your eyes and see.
Peace, Percy. Peace, baby.